Hi, this is Mrs. Houston, and we're going to take a look at part 2 of the budgeting for your credit card payments project, and it's your college credit card debt. Okay, so this video will be for if you need some help with the assignment. So let's first read through. It says, you should only use a credit card responsibly so you don't accumulate too much debt. But let's assume the following. All right, there's a couple of different expenses that you have here. Twice a year for all 4 years of college, you used your credit card to pay for books and supplies, which amounts to $525 a semester. All right, so that's this little 2 here. I think it goes to the bottom of the page of where they got the data from. That must be an average cost of books. In addition to that, you charged a yearly spring break trip, which averages about $700 per trip each of the 4 years. All right, so that $700 is going to be for all 4 years. Finally, each of the 48 months you spent as a college student, because 12 times 4 is 48, right? You ended up charging some meals, entertainment, clothes, etc. You end up adding a balance of $100 per month. The interest accrued on all of these purchases comes out to $6,215. And for simplicity, you make no payments during this time and don't have late payment fees. Okay, but the important thing to note here is that in reality, you have to pay at least the minimum payment or else you will get a late payment fee, and it will be very bad for your credit. So you don't want to do that. You always have to make at least the minimum payment. And what they did instead was they just said, okay, it's going to be this much interest for all 4 years. Kind of like you don't have to make payments during the 4 years, just for our calculations to be easier, but that's not really how credit cards work. Okay, please ask me to come over if you don't understand what I'm talking about there. And then the question says, after this responsible college spending, what would be your credit card balance upon graduation? Okay, so we have to add up all of these, what is it called? All of these expenses, I think is the word I'm looking for, and see what would be the balance. Okay, so we're going to first start with the books. All right, and what I would suggest doing is I'm just going to add all the numbers up down here. But, you have to do a little bit of math in between. It says twice a year for all 4 years of college, you use your credit card to pay for books and supplies, which amounts to $525 a semester. Okay, so it's $525 a semester times 2, because there's 2 semesters in every year, but then we also have to multiply by 4 because there was 4 years of college. Okay, so $525 times 2 gives you how much it is per year, but then you have to multiply that by 4 because there's 4 years. Let me see here. Unfortunately, I don't have my TI calculator on here anymore, I don't think. Let me put it right down here, actually. All right, so we're going to do 525 times 2, and you'll see that would be your yearly cost, $1,050. But then we have to multiply that by 4 years, so we get 4,200. Oops. I wonder if you guys are going to hear that little noise that my pen is making on the screen. It's interesting. I don't remember it doing that on my other one. All right, so you're going to have to go through each of these scenarios and do that. Like this says $700 per trip each of the 4 years. All right, so it's not just $700. It's $700 times 4 because there's 4 years. Okay, and that would be, I know 7 times 4 is 28, so that would be 2,800. Okay, and then you're going to add up these next ones. Oh, and the interest. All right, I might as well just finish this out here. So if each of the 48 months you spend $100 on meals, entertainment, clothes, how much do you think that's going to be? Okay, 48 months times $100 a month, that's going to be 4,800, 4,800. All right, and then you're going to also add in the interest. Okay, I'm going to let you guys finish with that. I just wanted to kind of explain what to do for anyone who was having trouble getting started. And then there's also a number 6 question. Do you think that credit card balance sounds reasonable after 4 years of college? Why or why not? Okay, so make sure that you're going to say yes or no if it's reasonable, but give a reason why or why not. Why is it reasonable or why is it not reasonable? You have to make sure you answer that why.